As humans, we are always thinking. Thinking is usually considered a fine characteristic of humanity, and we tend to believe we're superior to animals because we think. But is that truly the case? My feeling is that because we think, our ability to concentrate can falter and we can sometimes get frustrated or lost. Let's call it thinking disease, a disease that occurs as a result of thinking. And let us first take a moment to consider this. It's often said that people today aren't very good at listening to what others have to say. Maybe it's because we've experienced being frustrated or angry when we wanted someone to listen to us, and found that they hadn't taken in a word we said. Were they that uninterested? They had made the time to talk to us, so they couldn't have been completely uninterested at the outset. They were probably willing to lend an ear to what we had to say, at least in the beginning. But what often happens is that once you begin to discuss your problem with someone, a host of irrelevant thoughts start to pop up in the other person's mind. Maybe they want to show you their willingness to listen so they can win your trust, or maybe they are pretending to be understanding so you will see them as a wonderful human being. It certainly isn't the worst outcome you could expect, since the person is there out of consideration for you. But they can't help it if other thoughts start to cross their mind, such as, "I'd love a beer right now," or "Which bar should I stop by after this?" As someone who practices Zen meditation, I watch the flow of my awareness over long periods of time. By doing that, I can see that my mind is working continually and at tremendous speed. It moves around incredibly quickly, processing information, and travels on to parts of my body that are related to the five senses, such as my eyes, to which it will watch, or it might go to my ears and start listening. And these actions take place in no more than split fragments of a second. It's during these brief moments that information is processed. The mind may flit from listening to watching, then from listening to thinking, listening, watching, and back to listening again, and so on. Although we may think that we're only listening to someone speak, what's passing through our mind is a colossal amount of information that includes a vast mass of things that are often completely irrelevant. While someone who listens without paying particular attention to what another person is saying may think that all they're doing is listening, there are a myriad tiny snippets of information passing through their mind at the same time. These are the briefest moments in time in which we glimpse our favorite foods, drinks, or flashes of strange images that we might encounter in a dream. They appear at speed so fast that we don't even realize it, creating disruptions as we listen. A huge amount of noise from around us is thrown in and combined in minute moments, and our concentration starts and continues to break up. I think it's fair to say that, among all our faculties, thinking is what requires the greatest amount of effort. We use words to think, thus locking ourselves within the act of thinking and forgetting about our other faculties. It therefore makes sense that the more our thoughts take charge of our brain, the less information we're able to absorb from what is going on around us. We sometimes aren't aware of what is going on and what it means because we're unconsciously allocating a lot of energy to the process of thinking. We don't think about so many things when we're relaxed. The number of thoughts we have and the time we spend on them increase when we're confused. Let's say you're watching a movie and there's something in the back of your mind that continues to bother you. It will prompt more noise to seep into your mind as you sit there trying to watch the film. When we're walking hand in hand with a loved one, especially a partner in a long-term relationship, there's always a physical sense of touch that registers in our mind and makes us aware that we're holding hands. But if we're contemplating something else at that moment, the act of holding hands won't seem real, and we probably won't get into the right mood to enjoy it. One of us might be thinking about work, while the other could be thinking about some other person. The two of us are together and there's physical contact between us, but neither is in the same place mentally. It's because we've both locked ourselves inside our brains.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.